Curated by Kohl's latest collection is now available in select stores and at Kohls.com. For a limited time, shop unexpected new favorites like reusable drinkware from Corksicle and fun arts and crafts from UB. With new collections all the time, Curated by Kohl's has something for everyone. Warmies, heatable plush toys are perfect for little ones. Homesick handcrafted candles are a great gift to make anyone feel at home. And who doesn't love sweet treats from Candy Club? Shop Curated by Kohl's for these digital need-to-know brands and more. Tap the banner now or visit Kohls.com. Curated by Kohl's latest collection is now available in select stores and at Kohls.com. For a limited time, shop unexpected new favorites like reusable drinkware from Corksicle and fun arts and crafts from UB. With new collections all the time, Curated by Kohl's has something for everyone. Warmies, heatable plush toys are perfect for little ones. Homesick handcrafted candles are a great gift to make anyone feel at home. And who doesn't love sweet treats from Candy Club? Shop Curated by Kohl's for these digital need-to-know brands and more. Tap the banner now or visit Kohls.com.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of refried smell on your breath?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
Oh, I used to get it through my amps. Someone set their phone on my amp. What's that noise? It's your fucking phone.
We had an old Roland keyboard amp at my high school in jazz band, and we used to pick up fucking radio stations all the time. I'd have it.
Yeah. All kinds of places downtown are like that. I played the Shelter one time. Anywhere in that building.
Especially before Live Nation redid it,
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
You'd always hear, like, even the bands would comment it a lot of times, too. They'd stop and they'd be like, is that Motown coming out of my amp?
Yeah.
This fucking rocks, man. I'm in Detroit, and there's just Motown coming out of my amp.
That's just how Detroit
No, that just happens here. It's in the air.
It's just, we pipe it through the power.
We are Detroit as fuck.
Yeah.
If you listen carefully to your toaster, it'll come out of there, too.
Yeah, Eminem will come out of your microwave later.
Your burrito's done, bitch!
Outright.
Don't be afraid.
Did you ever, on Sunday nights, try to get AM stations from far, far away just because you could?
No.
On what?
On Sunday night.
On Sunday night.
It's because most AM stations will power down. So anything that's got a huge fucking torch, something like WJR, like it's got a 50,000 watt signal on Sunday night.
50,000 unstoppable watts.
Well, my dad was telling me like stories like when he's in the Navy in San Francisco on Sunday night, he could pick up WJR and listen to the Tigers game if he's in the right spot in San Francisco.
Well, before they started regulating this shit like crazy, people used to be able to pick up shit from like Mexico. Like, there was stations that would broadcast nationwide and just shut out everybody.
I listened to a station from Boston.
Hence the 80s song Mexican radio.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, what was that? It sounded like the soundtrack from like The Never-Ending Story or something, dude.
That was,
Queen. Radio
Gaga.
Hey.
Not a big Queen person.
We all have her.
Nothing against them, just never been into them. Enough to buy an album, that is.
If I got to listen to them talking about Spider-Man for 20 minutes and hear Queen for 30 seconds.
I like Queen, but I've never bought a Queen album.
Well, no, the dude from Kaja Gugu is the one that did the fucking Never-Ending Story soundtrack.
The Never-Ending Story.
Why I know that. All the drinking I've done, I should have killed that brain cell, but that one's still there.
Because that's a childhood memory.
Hey, I don't know when the last time I saw Gremlins was.
It's on Netflix now, isn't it?
But
no, but the Gremlins song.
If I'm like, I don't know, like doing housework, if I'm not listening to music, or if I'm like doing something at work, if I'm busy with something else, one of my go-to songs that just runs through my head is the Gremlins song.
The Mogwai song? Oh, okay, the actual Gremlins song. Okay.
Wait, go away. Get the hook, Jerry Goldsmith.
Wow, is this a whole soundtrack?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's a variation on it. Give me the slow ones, though. Like, you just walked into the bar and there's gremlins hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah,
and
no,
shit.
right?
Ooh, yeah, listen to those synths.
I think this is from Gremlins 2.
Like, they still made analog synths, but everyone's like, ooh, digital synths. We don't have to tune them. Sound like shit.
I liked Gremlins 2.
Yeah, Gremlins 2 wasn't bad.
It went in a different direction. I still liked it.
I liked it because it had Gremlins in it.
Well, Gremlins 1 was trying to be more of a horror movie, and I think Gremlins 2 was trying to kind of straddle the line of horror movie and make us some money, please.
Well, they realized that, like, as much as Gremlins was popular as a movie and had a decent amount of merchandising, it was all the Mogwai. It wasn't, nobody was buying Stripe.
How many people had pets named Gizmo?
So they just
stupid
had to,
dog.
I still know people with pets named Gizmo.
I did. Like, very good friend of mine. His mom had a little Absalabsa.
What's a?
Fucking hate those dogs. Look at up. You know these dogs, these little fucking ankle biters. You got to trim the hair out of their eyes.
I'm just spelling it phonetically.
Well, we'll try dog breed in there to help out Google a little bit. You got to work with it.
Typed in dog breed Lobsa. One of these little shitty dogs?
Yes.
Looks like a bigger Maltese.
It's like a foot and a half long.
Hair on those things.
Yeah, it was named Gizmo.
That's a grandma dog, man.
Yeah, straight up.
Which one?
I don't know. What
the
is
first
it?
one?
Yeah, that first one, if you, like, smashed it in the face with a baseball bat.
Jesus.
So you really didn't care for this dog, did you?
So its front teeth just stuck out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I softened on dogs over the years, but those dogs don't look so bad.
Oh,
I used to really not like dogs. Like, I didn't trust. I never had good experiences with them as a kid. I found out that was one of the animals that I am most allergic to. And also having a friend of mine get bit in the face by a Doberman.
That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it.
I was like, I don't trust any dogs. Because that Doberman looked like he was cool as ice a second ago.
Oh, I had a Rottweiler clamp down on my ankle. That was fun. I was over at some dumbass's house in high school.
Like
and
this.
The dog got underfoot. You know, I was a new person. Got underfoot and I tripped over it. And it took that as an affront. Just fucking chopped down on my foot.
That's kind of understandable.
Its owner kicked it in the head and ran away.
That's different than
a
the dog
story.
sitting there and the next thing you know it's mauling you.
Right. But, yeah, there's shit that you see in movies where, you know, a robber breaks into the house and there's a dog and the dog's squaring off with them and showing his teeth and growling.
Most dogs I have had
his hairs are going.
Run and hide.
Well, yeah.
Hey, there's a stranger in the house.
It'd either do that or it'd be biting immediately.
Yeah. Oh,
There's no, like, I think I'm going to just growl at this guy and hope he goes away. It's more like, hey, here's finally somebody I can bite in the house.
All right. Peter said, Ted Nugent, fucking done. it bit down on the cyanide pill. When I travel, everyone thinks you love Ted Nugent, Kid Rock,
and
Eminem. No, Bob Seger also comes up.
Oh, yeah.
Old gray hairs in the bar will mention Motown.
I did hear on the radio on the way over here, actually, I heard
Kid Rock and Bob Seger.
My one guilty pleasure Bob Seger song. It's not even a guilty pleasure. I honestly flat out love this song, no matter how cheesy it is. We Got Tonight. It's like it's
out of all of the Bob Seger songs.
I know.
So horrible,
it's
dude.
so shittily produced. It's got like that echoey I don't know if it's a hi-hat that they're hitting or something that makes it sound like the Chariots of Fire song. Like the production is just dog shit on it. But if you just take that as a song on its own, it's a nice, sweet song.
Oh, man. I knew you weren't going to say, like, turn the page. I knew that wasn't coming, but I was
no.
like, what is he going to say, Fire Lake? Like, I was waiting for, like, the most obscure one, because I'm like,
and
we had a conversation. You drove me home one time
Wow,
about
Bob Seger's not on Google Music.
You were like,
shit.
yeah, just not really my thing. And you're like, I think you were trying to be as polite as possible because you didn't know me yet. When you're trying not to insult a person's taste in music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care. It's Bob Seger. I'm not for or against him one way or the other. I don't really.
There you go.
He's just
here,
there.
buddy. Twice in one day for you.
There's a video for it?
Oh, this has got to be like after. That song came out in the early 80s. That is not an early 80s model.
Yeah.
Was this early 80s?
It has to. My grandmother had this like on 8-track. I think this is when he still had long hair, actually.
Right.
Before he cut his hair for the whole...
It's been like late 70s, early 80s. But you're probably right. Judging by the production, it's probably early 80s.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it could be earlier than early 80s. That was my... At the latest, that's when that song was made.
1978.
Okay. At least it's after...
Dole and me.
When I was conceived. There's no chance my parents were fucking to this song when I was conceived. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'd even take Starland Vocal Band over this.
Ugh.
Whatever, man. You know you like that scene from, was it Ron Burgundy?
Well, was it Anchorman 2? I didn't see Anchorman 2.
No, Anchorman 1 when they sang Skyrockets in Flame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Just never been a... It's one concert me and my dad went to together.
Yeah.
There you go.
What? Bob Seger?
Yeah. Like mid-90s. He played the Palace.
I would say that I would rather see him perform his songs live than hear any of them on the radio again.
Like, if I got to pick one by him, I'll pick the Traveling Man, Beautiful Loser.
Exactly. That's what I
medley.
was going to say.
Yeah.
I like the guitar tone in the little interlude in the middle.
Like
Because
songs.
I
like
believe
the
he's
lyrics.
actually using a univibe on that, which is like...
Oh, yeah. Really?
I just love a univibe. A Leslie rotating speaker type sound. I love that.
But yeah, none of this like a rock. None of this shake down, take down, break down.
Oh, man, I actually like that song because I remember seeing the movie in the theaters. And as a little kid was like, this song's... I'm pumped up.
Oh, no, totally. Like,
what movie was
I was
that? Was it
gung-ho
Lethal
for that
Weapon?
song when it came out.
No, that was Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Yeah.
No, that's... See, I've seen Beverly
Tell
Hills
me
Cop
there's not one song
9,000 times. I
when
haven't
you
seen
saw
two
Top
that
Gun
much.
as a little kid that pumped you up. At least one song. Now, I'm not saying the whole soundtrack. Where you were like... Where you're way too young to know that you shouldn't like this.
Top Gun didn't do anything for me as a kid, and I hated that whole soundtrack.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
This is your jam?
That's the song right there that got me pumped.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Maybe it is Danger Zone. Oh. But dude,
all I think of now is Archer whenever I hear this song.
In the 80s, if you needed a soundtrack to a movie, you called Kenny Loggins. Yeah. Footloose.
Yeah,
Top
totally.
Gun,
His Caddyshack song.
Caddyshack's got some good songs on it.
Like, that song was great.
You could even throw Michael McDonald into that hat.
If I have to hear Yamo be there one more time, I'm going to Yamo burn this place to the ground.
Get back to work.
This is a song.
Now, this song, too, doesn't the audio production outweigh the video production of the movie?
I was just going to say. Now, just like I was talking about We've Got Tonight and how it's a nice song with shitty production, this is like the opposite. This is like a shitty, stupid, about nothing piece of crap song that's got really interesting production on it.
Oh, wait a minute. He also did National Lampoon's Vacation.
No, that was Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh, that was Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. My bad. Oh, yeah. Is it bad? In my mind, there's not much difference between the two. I know Lindsey Buckingham is an accomplished guitar player, but, especially
Lindsey
finger-picking
Buckingham
style.
is kind of out there, though.
Yeah, his solo shit is strange, yeah.
It does, that song in particular, though, actually reminds me of kind of the production that Lindsey Buckingham would do.
That's probably why I got confused.
It actually is kind of similar production.
Like,
the
you
way
watch
that
him
they
play.
use the echo effects and stuff.
He uses all 10 fingers. Like, as a finger picker,
Yeah.
he is There's not many guys better than him. There's some country players.
And he's
the bluegrass guys smoke him.
he did an album with Christy McVie.
They call Fleetwood Mac?
No, that was just the two of them that just came out, and I heard one song from it. It was actually kind of cool.
Mick Fleetwood and Stevie Nicks are like, I don't got the energy for this. You guys have fun. Or John McVie, too.
Fleetwood Mac is like a cheesy band that I totally dig, though.
There's two Fleetwood Macs, just like there's two Pink Floyds.
Well, true.
There's two Journeys.
I like Rumors. I like Tusk.
I'll take the first Fleetwood Mac over the Fleetwood Mac
Tusk
everybody likes.
I know Tusk gets a lot of slag probably because they had so many hits off of Rumors, and Tusk is the follow-up to that, and it's so weird. I think Lindsey Buckingham probably had the most influence on Tusk, and that's what started to drive a wedge between them outside of their interpersonal relationships.
Definitely. I mean, yeah.
Wow, you can't get nothing.
And that wedge was already driven there.
Right.
Pretty deep by
but
those.
The creative wedge.
Yeah. Like, not only do I not want to even be in the same room with you,
yeah,
I don't even want to write a song with you. That's how much I hate you now.
It's really bothering me that you're still existing.
Nate, get the USC marching band for this song. Doesn't this song also not have a discernible hook?
Yeah, no, not really.
Is this the We've Done Too Much Cocaine album?
I don't know what this album is. I think that's part of its appeal to me.
Because this is after Rumors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. Way too much money, way too much coke, way too much freedom with the record label. Like, yeah, I'm already bored. Like this. I know this sounded good when you were on drugs.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't know.
No one went and played back the next day sober with sober set of ears and went, ooh.
Like, what was the album after this?
It's kind of has the same riff as the.
Yeah.
Totally. We do a mashup with this and.
Now that's all I'm hearing.
Tango, yeah. So Rumors was 77, Tusk was 79. The next album was 87, Tango in the Night.
I was going to say, they had the Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet
that
Little
piece of
Lies.
shit.
Yeah. That was like the dad rock version of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was like,
them. That was them after a couple rehabs.
Yeah.
Well,
it was taken out of the band.
Well, What's Her Nuts certainly had a big career the first part of the 80s.
Dude, she almost joined. She begged Tom Petty to join his band.
Yeah.
And Tom Petty was like, sorry, no. I'll write a song with you, but
I'm good without you.
Yeah, so I think them coming... Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. There was Mirage in 82. I take that back. There was an album 3 years later.
Oh, let's find that. Let's find that. Let's find that gem.
For all of us to just zone out and not know that album, it's got to be great.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's look at the cover.
Oh, it's got Gypsy. Which might as well have been a Stevie Nicks song.
Oh, it's got... The cover is...
Hold Me. Oh, God.
Lindsey Buckingham with Christine McVie and Stevie Nicks look like they're fighting over him.
Yeah, no, this doesn't have... I mean, it had hits on it.
Oh, God. This is dentist office music.
Yep. Getting that molars put in.
Yeah. Waiting in the doctor office.
Yes, I think this and Hold Me would have been the two hits.
Buying myself a nice pair of slacks at Sears.
Yep.
With this playing in the background.
Right.
Find some undershirts.
This is single moms in the mirror singing it to themselves, getting ready for work while their kids are in the next room.
Yeah.
In the early 80s music.
Totally. If this song had a smell, it would be the particular type of rubber that they used to use on knockoff Converse shoes that you could buy for like $4 at Kmart.
So I was gonna say the Kmart shoe aisle smelled exactly like that. The whole aisle.
Yeah. Plastics don't smell like they used to. Plastics used to reek.
Yeah, they took out all the BPAs.
There were specific smells of like He-Man figures that I remember from my childhood.
Dude, even the original,
especially getting them new.
I can close my eyes.
Pop that packaging open, and you're just like,
oh yeah.
I can close my eyes and
chemicals.
think about it. Opening a new Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
The smell that came out of the package was definitely different than years later with G.I. Joe guys. Yeah, that was what was cool, man. You could go to certain record stores, get import singles, buy it for $7-8, and you get almost as much music that's on the album. I remember the Jeremy single had Footsteps, Wash. It had like 5-6 songs on there.
Yeah.
Yellow Ledbetter was on there. I mean, it's like a EP basically.
And if Soundgarden were the Led Zeppelin of the 90s, then Smashing Pumpkins were the Black Sabbath of the 90s.
Black Sabbath?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know.
Caius is the Black Sabbath of the 90s. Just without the success, man.
Okay. Yes.
Music-wise, not as in pecking order as far as popularity or whatever.
I don't know. Big fuzzy guitar riffs.
I seriously heard them do a cover of
Dark
Into the Void.
fantasy tinged lyrics.
I heard them do a cover of Into the Void. It took me about literally 15 seconds of hearing it to go, wait a minute, this isn't Sabbath.
Yeah.
That's how much Caius had it down. So, but Smashing Pumpkins, no, because I was going to say, what about where's Tool? Were they like the King Crimson of the 90s?
I know, right? Yeah.
I mean, because I was going to say Pink Floyd, but that's Radiohead, right? Even though they hate that comparison.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm waiting for Chris to either like explode with like, "Are you fucking crazy?" or
just thinking.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoned.
Happens. See, I'd call Tool more Sabbath than, but I mean, I don't know, Sabbath wasn't as technical.
It's just a thought. That's how they always were associated in my head.
I just always viewed the Pumpkins as more of a alternative sounding act, rather than a. Say Sabbath to me, I think the band who invented heavy metal. That's where my head's at when you say Black Sabbath.
Well, didn't they get lumped in with like shoegaze and shit when they first come out?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be putting them more in the vein of some of a band like The Cure than Sabbath.
The only reason I say that is because of the guitar tones on those first two albums are a lot more modulated. He's using phasers.
I don't think they were listening to any of that shit though.
I mean, it's like the guys from My Bloody Valentine. All that shit. None of that shit's straight into an amp. Rock and roll. It's none of it's AC/DC.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't get into shoegaze until after. Not to say that it wasn't around before I got into it, but I was fairly early adopter of that whole scene.
Yeah, that was one of those things that I was aware of when it was happening, but then I didn't really appreciate it until well after it was done.
See, metal. To me, the Pumpkins are more like just, they were chordal, they're playing all the strings.
Well, here's the thing though, like, even though there's certainly a lot of similarities between the music of Caius and early Pumpkins, I didn't consider them from the same group, the same genre, right?
Oh, no.
Caius were like fringe metal, and Pumpkins were just heavy guitar alternative. And at the time, well, I mean, think about it, it all went under the banner of grunge, but it was just music that didn't fit the metal genre, but had loud screaming guitars in them. And if you think about what came before that, if you're not listening to the mainstream stuff on the radio, you're listening to like Smiths, REM, B-52s, Violent Femmes. You know, none of these bands are really doing solos and guitar riffs and anything like that.
Yeah, and that's why they got. I remember Billy Corgan saying that he took personal offense to the reviews from the fucking elite Chicago, like more of the indie Chicago press.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, what do you think? It's the 70s? You think you're Robin Trower? Seriously? You're going to get up there and...
Right.
And that's what he wrote Cherub Rock about. He was like, fuck you. Like, just...
Oh, okay.
I can... He's like, so I play my instrument because I can. Is that big of a problem for you? You know, and it's like, all right. But then he went on and he did what he do. He bought into the whole 90s thing anyways, totally got rid of solos, totally restructured. I mean, that's pretty much how 90s music went, even rock music.
Right.
They just were like, done. But then again, I don't know if I'd ever really want to hear any of the guys from Korn try to take a solo.
It'd be awful.
Westmoreland could actually, from Limp Bizkit, could actually come up with some interesting guitar
play,
lines.
But he sold out.
But yeah,
hey, he didn't sell out, Chris. He bought in.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to say now?
When I was in high school, this was like my favorite band, my absolute fucking favorite band. I saw them any chance that I could get. I believe I saw them 4 times.
So fucking jealous of you on that one.
And my favorite being the one at the Phoenix Plaza, an outdoor venue on the rooftop of a parking garage, which is also where I saw Tool play around the same time. That was a good ass show too.
For me, when they showed up in my life, they were a blip on my radar. Just because.
Only band that I ever had anything signed by. I got my ticket stub signed and I framed it.
This is the first album I ever heard of them, and then after this album, they started losing their mind.
Drum machining out.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really one of those things.
I thought Melancholy was a very weak follow-up to this.
We're talking a lot about Billy Corrigan, but let's not discount the rest of the band.
Jimmy Chamberlain's an amazing drummer.
And it was the loss of him that really the band started to suffer. James Iha is responsible for most of the... His drive's getting full.
I'm full.
We're rocking too hard. Full. You are definitely full.
We're rocking so hard in the studio here. We keep knocking the computer out.
4 towers of power.
You gotta remember, that's like more weed than I smoke in like 2 days.
Oh, really?
In here. So
damn. Welcome to the party.
And if I smoke that much weed in 2 days, I'm smoking a lot.
Yeah, Rich, you're sitting in you're sitting in the seat where most people get up after the show and go, God damn.
Yeah.
That will be said, or some variation of.
No hallucinations. Best part.
We're professionals. Don't try this at home, everybody.
When you took Jimmy Chamberlain out of it, that completely killed the backbone of it. But then if you listen to like Swan, I love that. Marion Star of the Sea, that album.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, that was you never heard that album?
No, I've listened to it all. It just doesn't do anything for me.
Really?
Yeah.
And your first 2 and your favorite Pumpkins albums are the first 2 because that's why I think I like it so much because it harkens back to those 2 albums more so than anything else that they ever did.
Yeah, I'll give it another listen. You know, I'm sure a lot of this is my personal prejudice and my, for me, like The Cure, I love a lot of their material, most of their material, but it peaks at Disintegration, kind of hangs on at Wish, and is just nothing after that. I have since gone back and like listened to some of that, 90s era, after 2000 even era Cure stuff, and I'm like, there's some good songs in there actually, and it's not like they're that much worse than stuff.
Bob the Sad Clown.
That's.
Like at some
I believe
point,
I shouted that. I mean,
it's like, dude, you're like 60.
And I saw this show at the Palace, and I was like practically behind a pillar. But I'm pretty sure I shouted like, "Just play the song, you sad clown!"
Just put the eyeliner on. Do you really need to keep it on the lipstick, Bob?
Sure.
Come on. You're like 60.
Keeps people in the loop.
He kind of trapped himself, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like. He's kind of forced to. It's much in the same way that Morrissey can't get a new haircut.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Yep.
I think he's just stuck with that look. He wrote it so hard, and he practically invented goth, and he just can't give up on it. Plus, I'm sure he does, but nobody recognizes him. When Bob goes to the store to get bananas, pretty sure he doesn't tease out his hair with some Aquanet and break out the ultra thick eyeliner.
He just looks like the creepy long haired guy with the bad complexion fucking going grocery shopping.
Ooh, remastered.
He looks like, I bet you without makeup, he looks like that guy who played Booger in the Revenge of the Nerds movies.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. They're from Better Off Dead.
Ooh, this is remastered.
When he snorts the snow and he's like, I can't feel one side of my body.
Yep.
Doesn't sound like it was made in my bedroom anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right.
Wasn't that part of its charm?
Well, that's the thing is, like, I'm really into this remastered version of Sgt. Pepper, even though it's not my favorite Beatles album, but it's really cool what they're doing with it.
Oh, I jammed it while I mowed the lawn today.
Yeah. But this, yeah, that's part of it. Like, the fact that it sounds dated, that's fine. It should sound dated. I don't know, it's not a bad mix, though.
They're sounding dated and they're sounding of your time. Dated to me is like a lot of 80s shit. Of your time is a lot of 60s music.
Yeah.
Just because of the limitations they had.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to Buddy Holly. I don't think it's poorly produced. I think it's
right.
I think it's like listening to a live bootleg of Jimi Hendrix, and it's like that would never fly today. Or even like Cream or something, like with just high gain amps, all the feedback, unintentional feedback.
Right.
That would never fly, but it was primitive back then. They were working with what they had.
They didn't even have PAs. They would just, that's why the stacks of the Marshall amps and shit. I mean, that was their PA. They'd get a bunch of fucking, that's why you see a lot of Fender amps too, because they'd run vocals through the Fender amps because they were clean.
Hendrix always, if you look, he would run through two blackface twins.
Yeah.
For his vocals.
Yep.
And those things are just all headroom. Doesn't have to worry about breaking up.
Oh, yeah.
Like the old preachers in through like a tube mic.
Yep.
And a tube amp. When I was a kid, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, why does he have two Fenders there? He doesn't play Fenders. He plays Marshalls.
Mm-hmm.
And a buddy of mine who was a little bit older goes, dude, it's the vocals.
Yeah, that was your PA.
Anything else new in the world? Oh, weed. Anything old?
Something blue.
Well... Let's see. There's.
I don't like the tone of that well.
Oh, well. How many failed bills have we seen in Ohio now?
Two.
There's only been two.
Or wouldn't this be the second one if it fails? Because they had the first one with what, Nick Lachey or whatever.
Right. Well, actually, we've seen a number of different bills involved. Never even get past the debate stage. So it's countless, but they're. Supreme Court Justice William O'Neill, he's an Ohio Supreme Court Justice, I should say, said the time has come for new thinking. We regulate and tax alcohol and tobacco and imprison people for smoking grass.
Grass? How old is this guy?
Yes.
He's a Supreme Court Justice.
Smoking grass, man.
How old are they usually? He also said we need to
getting a lid
treat addiction like the disease it is in the name of compassion.
All right, I can get on board with that.
So he's not a Republican. The kid. Not really.
Which is strange because the whole big push that addiction is a disease comes from AA, which believes you can pray away your disease of alcoholism. Right. So it seems like the right wingers would be on board with that, but once again, just like states' rights when it comes to weed.
I mean, it's not exactly praying in a way. I mean, I understand that there's a heavy element of religion in there, but
just read the steps and you're like, okay, so I give it all up to my higher power and he takes it, whatever takes it away from me. Mm-hmm. Can I do that with cancer?
Sure.
Right.
Why not?
Is that what Magic Johnson did with AIDS? Okay,
exactly.
Cool. Now I know what's going on.
Harness your negative energy and push it out.
Yeah, who knew the way to beat cancer, AIDS, and shit like that was the secret? We just need to get that book.
So when you do get to heaven, you're going to find out that God is a horrible drunk.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your problems, people.
God's sitting there with 40 spilled, sitting on the toilet, rig hanging out his arm, drooling, just... Look what you did to me. Damn, Jesus died for our sins. But he didn't do all the shit. He just died. Actually, I saw a bumper sticker that said recently, saw a picture of a bumper sticker. Let me correct that.
You didn't actually see the bumper.
Yeah, but someone took a picture of one that said, Jesus didn't die. Jesus died for your sins, and that was in quotation marks. They said, but really, he was only dead for 3 days, so he just gave up a weekend for your sins. It's like, well, it doesn't sound like as much of a sacrifice as when you put it as he died for my sins. No, he just gave up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He's back on Monday.
That's not wrong.
Jesus saves.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Curated by Kohl's latest collection is now available in select stores and at Kohls.com. For a limited time, shop unexpected new favorites like reusable drinkware from Corksicle and fun arts and crafts from UB. With new collections all the time, Curated by Kohl's has something for everyone. Warmies, heatable plush toys are perfect for little ones. Homesick handcrafted candles are a great gift to make anyone feel at home. And who doesn't love sweet treats from Candy Club? Shop Curated by Kohl's for these digital need-to-know brands and more. Tap the banner now or visit Kohls.com.
This weekend, get to Kohl's and take an extra 15% off. Save on tech gear for the family, now just $15.29 and under. The Ninja Foodie Indoor Grill is $279.99. And find denim everyone in the family will love for $18.69 and under. Plus, get a little more for your wallet with Kohl's Cash. Plus, fast and free store pickup. Shop Kohl's and Kohls.com. Select styles, 15% offer valid January 14th to January 18th with promo code SNOWMAN. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.